We are always gonna love a pie, says C. King, one half of the formerly hefty Hairy Bikers, the cooking duo who have lost 3 st each in recent years and successfully relaunched themselves as the Hairy Dieters. But they admit old habits die hard. It always has to be sustainable, the 51-year-old adds. The secret of keeping weight off is being realistic about it. I know I'm gonna eat a pie at some point in the future. I am gonna have a pint with it. You won't hear that from many other slimming gurus, but C and his co-star Dave Meyers have sold more than 3 million copies of their diet books because they're honest about eating and people like what they have to say. You've just got to go. Well, okay, I've had a bit of a treat, I'll just watch it again for a bit now, says C, the taller, gruffer biker with a silver mane and matching beard. And this refreshing honesty doesn't just extend to their latest book, The Hairy Dieters Make It Easy. They're in a candid mood when we meet, ready to reveal that C has found love with an Australian fellow super cook, and their relationship with the BBC is going through a sticky patch. The Hairy Bikers are currently out of contract. Dave and I are always open to offers, he jokes.But the most shocking revelation is that Dave, 60, is recovering from a life-threatening illness that hit him while playing Captain Hook in pantomime at Christmas. I thought I had bronchitis, says Dave, the cheekier, darker of the two, and the one who was on Strictly. Dave, who has been married to Romanian-born Liliana Orzac since 2011, did not realize that the tight chest he was suffering was something more sinister. I had pneumonia, which was a bummer.All, those toxic children breathing on me. My voice was great, really growly. I did 45 performances with pneumonia. He tried to diagnose his condition online instead of seeing a doctor. I couldn't get there, could I? I was doing 3 performances a day. Somehow he made it through to the end of the run and was shocked in January when a doctor diagnosed pneumonia. He told him to stop performing immediately or risk his life. It was serious.Really serious. I had to stop and get better. My wife said that if I ever did pantomime again, she'd cut my legs off. See grins beside him. She's not the only one. C suffered his own major health scare 4 years ago when he collapsed with a blinding headache and was told he had an aneurism that might kill him. The aneurysm came at a time when his life was in a state anyway. He was grieving for his mother and for the end of his 27-year marriage to Jane. I completely lost it, he has said. I didn't lose myself for that long, he says now. I was just going through a pretty tough time personally and trying to keep it together. I'm fine. He has just moved to St Albans, leaving his beloved Newcastle for the first time. My heart and soul is always going to be there, but for practical reasons I wanted a bit of a change. He has 3 sons from the marriage to Jane. The eldest is a tree surgeon in St Albans. The city is also convenient for London and Heathrow, which must be a bonus because he reveals he has a new long-distance partner, Michelle Cranston. Foodies will know she has a dozen successful cookbooks to her name, but is based in Sydney. They see each other every month. Taking it turns to make the journey.It must be exhausting, I suggest. Tell me about it, laugh see. It's a long journey.I. If you're going to fall in love, don't fall in love with someone in Australia. It's all change in the hairy biker camp in other ways too. The BBC is making its mind up what to do with us, says Dave. The Mediterranean Adventure.Their BBC series that was screened earlier this year did really well, but they don't know, C shakes his head in dismay, that this has not been sorted out. They don't know whether they want more programming from us, more this, more that, so they will host Saturday Kitchen in June and are taking a pop-up wood-fired cooking adventure to festivals, starting with Cornbury in Oxfordshire in July. It's got a reputation as a posh festival, but C says, I'm bringing 5 lads down from Chockwell Tyne and Ware, so it's not gonna be posh for long. He's coming with his rock band Little Moscow, whose members have known each other since they were teenagers. We got back together for a laugh, but we take the music seriously. But for now he and Dave are concentrating on cooking, with new recipes that are easy on the shopping bill, the cooking time and the waistline. Some are 15-minute fillers on your plate in a quarter of an hour. Some are assembly jobs with no cooking involved. Some are one-pot wonders, so there's less washing up to do. And some are meals you can cook in advance. There are even easy-peasy puds, offering guilt-free sweetness and satisfaction. The pair met on the set of a TV drama 23 years ago, when Dave was doing the prosthetics and C was an assistant director, and they found they shared a love of riding motorbikes, cooking, and eating. Their shows have been a huge hit for the BBC, and they have written more than 20 successful cookbooks and created a range of low-fat sauces in their own diet club. They both lost weight in 2012 after seeing a specialist. I was 18 st and 42% of it was fat, says Dave. They did a full body scan of us, and we couldn't see our organs. It was like human foie gras. That was a big wake-up call, it really was. Now he weighs just under 15 st. They asked permission from their book editors to go on a diet, Dave reveals. We thought it would kill the other cookbooks we have done. We were wrong, because we're just honest about all this, and it all fits together. Those editors keep an eye on them, because you can't sell books about healthy eating if you put weight back on. We overdo it at Christmas like everybody else. Then we go to see our editor about the next book. She'll look us up and down and say, we're shooting the cover on March 1st. C was 20 St, but he's down to 16 St 4 pounds and thinks he has another stone or so to lose. Sometimes you need food you can just reach for in the fridge and sort yourself out, he says, which is where the new Easy Diet recipes come in. Look, we are never going to be jokes. We are middle-aged men who love food, love beer, love pies. It's our living, we love food. We love cooking, that's our passion. Unfussy ingredients, quick cooking and easy on your waistline. 4 fabulous meals from the Hairy Bikers' new book. These colorful skewers make a tasty starter, or you could serve them with a salad for a more substantial meal. These colorful halloumi and vegetable skewers make a tasty starter, or you could serve them with a salad for a more substantial meal. Preheat the oven to 200 C, fan 180 C, gas 6. Cut 225 grams light halloumi into 16 cubes, then slice 1/2 red pepper and 1/2 green pepper into 8 pieces each, 1 courgette into 8 rounds and 1 red onion into 8 wedges. Thread the pieces of halloumi and vegetables onto 8 skewers, adding a button mushroom to each one. Place on a baking tray and spray with low-cal oil spray. Season with salt and pepper and sprinkle 1 teaspoon dried oregano over the skewers. Bake them in the oven for 15 minutes, turning halfway through so they cook evenly. The vegetables should be very succulent and slightly charred, but still with some bite to them, and the halloumi should be well browned. Serve sprinkled with a little cayenne or chili powder, if you like, and some lemon wedges to squeeze over. Tip: you could also cook these on a barbecue or a griddle pan. They'll take 3-4 minutes on each side. They'd be great packed into pita bread too. Phyllo is the Dieters' pastry of choice. Try serving with mashed cauliflower for a fresh take on pie and mash. Phyllo is the Dieters' pastry of choice. Try serving the spinach and ham strudel with mashed cauliflower for a fresh take on pie and mash. Wash 500 grams fresh spinach, shaking off excess water. In a large pan, wilt it over the heat. Drain in a colander. Leave until it's cool, then squeeze before chopping finely. Put it in a bowl with 100 grams ham, trimmed of fat and finely diced, 150 grams low-fat cottage cheese, 100 grams cherry tomatoes, diced if large, and a grating of nutmeg. Season with salt and pepper. Stir well. Preheat the oven to 200 C, fan 180 C, gas 6. Using 5 large sheets of phyllo pastry, about 30 x 40 centimeters, lay one on your work surface and spritz it twice with low-cal oil. Use a brush to spread the oil over the pastry, repeating until you have a pile of all 5 sheets. Spoon the filling along the center of the pastry, lengthways, then brush all the edges with water. Fold the shorter edges in first, then the longer sides. Turn the strudel over so the edges are on the bottom, spray it with oil, then transfer to a baking tray. Cook for 25-30 minutes until the pastry has lightly browned and the filling is piping hot. Serve hot or at room temperature. Make the full batch of meatballs, use half and freeze the rest. Rinse 100 grams brown lentils thoroughly under cold running water and put them in a pan. Cover with plenty of cold water and season with 1/2 teaspoon salt. Bring to the boil, then simmer, uncovered, for 25-30 minutes so they're soft but not collapsing. Drain, put in a bowl, and leave to cool. Preheat oven to 200 C, fan 180 C, gas 6. Heat 1 teaspoon olive oil in a frying pan. Add 1 finely chopped onion and cook until soft, then add 2 grated garlic cloves. Continue to cook for another minute, then add the mixture to the lentils. Add 1 tablespoon ras el hanout, 1 tablespoon dried mint, 500 grams lean lamb mince, 1 egg, 30 grams panko breadcrumbs and season with salt and pepper. Mix thoroughly, the mixture will firm up as you go. Form 24-40 grams torpedo-shaped meatballs. Freeze 12 and roast the other half for 15-20 minutes or until well browned. For the sauce, blitz 200 milliliters low-fat yogurt, 1 tablespoon dried mint, 1 teaspoon ground cumin and a small bunch of chopped parsley in a food processor. Season with salt and pepper and tip into a serving bowl. To serve the meatballs, warm 4 large pitas, then split them down the sides. Have the meatballs and divide them between the pitas. Shred 1/4 red cabbage and finely slice 1/4 cucumber and 1/2 red onion, adding these and some reserved parsley leaves to each pita. Drizzle over some of the green sauce and serve with pickled chilies or some hot sauce if you like. Serve 6 273 calories per serving. Prep 10 minutes cooking time, up to 25 minutes. Yorkshires are great served as a dessert too, with fruits such as these delicious spicy, buttery apples. Think of them as being a lovely big crispy pancake. This recipe makes 12 Yorkshires, freeze the half you don't need. Yorkshires are great served as a dessert too, with fruits such as these delicious spicy, buttery apples. Blitz 150 grams plain flour, 2 eggs and 275 milliliters semi-skimmed milk together in a food processor until smooth, or whisk by hand. Just before you are ready to cook the Yorkshires, remove the tin and spritz the holes generously with cooking oil before returning to the oven for 1 minute. Divide the batter between the holes and cook for about 20 minutes until puffed up and a golden brown. Meanwhile, to make the apple compote, heat 10 grams butter in a large frying pan or saucepan. Add 4 eating, not cooking, apples, peeled and cut into wedges, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoons cloves, then 2 tablespoons of water. Cover and cook for about 5 minutes, shaking the pan regularly until the apples are tender but still holding their shape.